Alejandro and how it's powerhouse itself. But me and Nathan will talk about a way to power it with Filipino desserts.
Just take my phone.
Okay, these Filipino desserts, they're the desserts, they're the food of the Philippines, and it's about our Filipino culture because we're both Filipino, and yeah.
So I think we're credible to talk about this. My family is really big on sweets, if you couldn't tell. Um, my grandpa was born in the Philippines and migrated when he was 5 years old. So that's my connection to the Filipino culture. Throughout growing up, I always tried a whole bunch of Filipino food and a lot of different Filipino desserts. And we always had it at home or every time we get out.
To speak on this, on our credibility of this, is like we're both Filipino, and both of our families make these foods, and yeah, that's basically it. You already restated everything.
So, Filipino desserts are the best. They're better than any other dessert you could ever have. And what a better way to show everyone here today about Filipino desserts me and Nathan grew up eating. So have you ever seen a purple cake before?
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
ube cake is really common part of Filipino culture. Ube in general is just a really big part of Filipinos food. But right here is a purple cake. It's just ube cake, and sometimes like the white in the middle is they add macapuno or coconut strings to it. But it's a really big part of Filipino culture. Ube is used in many different ways. So that's what ube looks like. It's just purple yam. People can get all sorts of things with it, like ice cream. Ube ice cream is really popular. And then I know everyone likes boba. Who doesn't? So ube boba or taro boba is really common too.
Okay, now if ube wasn't really your style, I think turon would fit. Would suit you. So basically, what turon is, or turon, the way you say it, but it's actually just made of banana. And if do you guys know what lumpia is? Lumpia, okay. And it's basically just a roll of like vegetables, but instead of vegetables, it's made with banana. And it's like the egg roll. That's basically what the lumpia is. And you can wrap it with Oh, it's one of the easiest and the most enjoyable to eat out of all of our listed items, and yeah.
It's made with bananas, just like pastry rolls, brown sugar. You need oil to cook it in, and in order to close the wrappings, you need water to close them. But that's just how you make it. And all people make it different types of ways. You can add anything else you want into it. So sometimes you can buy it with ube in it, with lanka, with dragon fruit, like all sorts of different fruits and vegetables to go inside of it. So for our next thing, we're gonna be talking about mamon. It's a like chiffon cake or a sponge cake. It's really fluffy to eat. It's very common at places you get. Like Red Ribbon has like 100 and something different flavors of it or something it feels like. But they have like a whole bunch of different flavors. It's like you can also like find it like Seafood City. It's really common around the area.
Now, what was probably my all-time Filipino classic dessert, and my go-to is probably when I have a sweet craving, and that's halo halo. And halo halo, to just sum it up, yeah, you can see it's in a glass, and it doesn't have to just be in a glass. It can be like a cup, but it's made with jellies, ice milk, and every assorted fruit, I guess. You can just mix it up.
Halo halo is a really big part of Filipino culture. Originally when it came out, it was just fruits with milk and ice. But as like it's been like Americanized and added other stuff, they started adding ice cream and flan and all sorts of toppings that they never had before. My grandpa used to say that every day, like every weekend, he'd get this after church, and that was like a really big part. So, in conclusion, we think that Filipino culture desserts are the best. They just hit the spot better than any other Filipino dessert, or any other dessert.
And to sum up what we talked about the purple cake, which is called ube, and it's also called pan de ube. And we also talked about the banana wrapped turon. We also discussed chiffon sponge cake of the Philippines. And finally, we talked about the cold, refreshing dessert called the hala hala.
So we hope we're able to show you guys what Filipino desserts mean to us and how it affects our lives. And hopefully one day you get to try it and enjoy it as much as me and Nathan do all the time.
Thank you.
Woo!